afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Star Cub Review on this beautiful summer Sunday, the 13th of August, 2023. I had a long day yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired, but wired on coffee at the moment. But today, this is going to be one of 3 videos that I will do on reviews. And today's one, I'm going to do the film review for Last Voyage of the Demeter, which I saw with my husband on opening night, Friday the 11th of August 2023. And honestly, what can I say about Voyage of the Demeter? I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was not what I was expecting. I have never read Bram Stoker's Dracula. I know all about Bram Stoker's Dracula, though. The guy that wrote it. I've seen many iterations of Dracula. My favourite being Francis Ford Coppola's version of Dracula in particular, because he stuck true to Bram Stoker's original vision for Dracula and the world in which he was in. But this one, directed The Last Voyage of the Demeter, that was directed by André Øvredal. Sorry if I butchered the name. I'm not good with names, but it was directed by André Øvredal, and I can honestly say I give the man a lot of praise for this. It is very well done. The cinematography is absolutely amazing. The story is really good. The story is by Bragi Short Jr. Sorry once again if I butchered the name, but he has done a fantastic adaptation of Last Voyage of the Demeter, which, if a lot of people aren't aware, it is specifically from one chapter in Bram Stoker's original 1897 novel, Dracula. It's taken from one specific chapter called The Captain's Log, that is about the doomed crew of the Demeter that was transporting Dracula from Romania to England. And it's essentially about the crew of the Demeter that are doomed from the start, and how everything transpires in those events leading up to, obviously, Dracula landing in England. But from what I've seen, a lot of movie reviews out there, and yeah, just essentially I've seen quite a few movie reviews from YouTubers that essentially label it as Dracula on a ship, or Dracula on a boat, pretty much. And I think they missed the point entirely. No disrespect to them, but I think some of them missed the point that essentially it is not about Dracula at all. It is a very human look at the crew of the Demeter, how they get ready for their voyage, how they had to pick some people, and then basically when they set sail, they're doomed, and basically they're being hunted by Dracula. But essentially, yes, it's got Dracula in it, but essentially it is more about the crew of the Demeter, how panic sets in, paranoia, the distrust. You know, there's still a lot of, how can I put it? It's a very humanized look at, even back then in the 1800s, there was still that disdain for colored people. In particular, let me just pull up my notes. It stars Corey Hawkins, Aisling Franciosi, Liam Cunningham, and David Dashmalchian. there's a particular actor, Corey Hawkins, who plays Clemens. Now, he's a doctor who joins the Demeter, and he is essentially a coloured person. And there's that disdain that they don't trust coloured people, and he's highly educated in his field. And there's still that look that, he only got on there because, he faked who he is as a doctor and whatnot. So it's essentially a very human look, especially when a woman gets on, a woman is found on the ship as well. There's that disdain for women, that they shouldn't be on here, they're going to toss her over, she shouldn't be here, blah, blah, blah. It's essentially a very human look at how the crew deal with paranoia, all that uncertainty. They're doomed, they're not going to get off this ship alive. And then, of course, Dracula is in the background killing them all, essentially. And Liam Cunningham, who plays Captain Elliot, and he's the captain of the Demeter, you would have recognized him from Game of Thrones fame. He is excellent as the captain. He holds everything together. It is a very well scripted piece, very well scripted movie. And the guy that plays Dracula, everyone knows him, is the guy that plays Dracula, everyone knows him. His name is Javier Bardem, and he is legendary in his movie craft with special effects, playing all sorts of creatures, monstrous villains, demon villains, because he's very, very tall, and he plays the legendary Dracula in this. There's a lot of special effects in this that is not done by CGI. It is all done practical special effects. All practical. The Dracula you see on screen, practical. Everything is practical. It is very limited in CGI in this film, which is absolutely amazing to see, that it's practical special effects over just having, CGI do it all. CGI do it all. That's what I love about this film, is that it doesn't depend on CGI. It's practical. It's a very good setting. It's very dark. It's gritty. It's gory in spots. But it's a very, very human look at how people deal with the fact that they're gonna die. They may never get off this ship. They may never see their families, or their wife, or their kids, or their friends. It all boils down to they're all getting picked off one by one. But it's this particular chapter from Bram Stoker's Dracula that is about the crew, the doomed crew of the Demeter. It is a particular chapter from Dracula that is a very humanized look at the human world as opposed to the supernatural world. The supernatural's involved, but it is still a very human look. And what basically pisses me off with a lot of these YouTubers that essentially label it's Dracula on a boat, they miss the point entirely. And I went into it going, it's an excerpt from Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's about the Demeter, and it has Dracula in it. But looking at the trailer and that, you can see certain parts of it. Yeah, it's aimed at, showing the creature and all of that. But essentially, it is about the crew and how they deal with everything, how they some of them all come together to try and kill this being before they all get picked off one by one. And I'm not going to spoil anything for people, but essentially, obviously, it's doomed from the start, and Dracula does eventually get into London. So you can surmise from there where it goes. But there is some very, very amazing cinematography. The music is done by Bear McCreary, and you know him from the soundtrack, the music that he does on God of War. He is absolutely amazing. The music in this is really top notch. From start to finish, his music is amazing. It's sad, it's engaging, it's uplifting, it's creepy, it puts you in all these sorts of moods where you go, oh my god, especially when there's sad parts in it, the music just hits you on another level entirely. And with the powerful performances from everybody in this film, I can't really fault any of the actors or actresses. They have all done an amazing job. Same with the director, an amazing job, and I can't really pick anything bad about it. Although the ending could have been set up a little better, but I understand it's really, like I said, it's more a look at what the crew of the Demeter do, you know, leading all to their doom, pretty much. And it's an amazing film. I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. What do I give it? I give it a 9 out of 10. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Practical effects were amazing. Cinematography, screenplay, characters, music, everything about it was top notch. It's an enjoyable film. Like I said, go into it, enjoy it, but it's a very human look at the human side of what we do, what the crew, not we do, but what humans will do in the face that their inevitable doom. But, you know, there's supernatural events that are occurring, and they don't know what to do, they have no idea, but at the end they band together to try and save themselves, but try and save the ship from from making port in England, in London, you know, in England. So go into it, enjoy it. It was very, very good, and for the time that Dracula is shown on screen, he is a very, very threatening force. Very well handled, very well done. It has a real sort of, I want to also say, it also feels a little bit like Alien as well, with the whole, you know, is he going to appear out of this dark, this dark area or that dark area of the ship? Or, you know, you've got that sense that it could be anywhere, and, you know, you're in the bowels of the ship trying to search, and you don't know whether it's going to come from the right side or the left side or the front side or the back side, or, you know, from on top of you. It's one of those ones that really plays on your mind. It's a legendary creature. It's Dracula, you know. He's going to find you, you know, especially his bat form is absolutely amazing. And for the practical effects, wow, that is absolutely amazing. All right, guys, this is my first review down. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. For anyone new that's tuned into this one or any of my other videos, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. A like, a subscribe, anything just to support my channel. I really, really appreciate it. And everyone that's a returning subscriber, thanks so much, guys. I really enjoy doing these videos for everyone to see eventually. Other than that, thanks so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And I'll be back with the other 2 reviews very, very soon. All right, guys. Peace.